The Sant was the first guru I ever met, because Tommy and I were like best friends from second grade on. And he had met Vasant when he first came to America. He was like teaching yoga. And this was when I was in junior high school. And he was giving a talk, and my parents drove me down there. And he was the first guru I ever met. And he's not really my cup of tea, but it was all right. You know, it was my first exposure. But of course, he always had a picture of Shree, because that was his guru. And I always said, man, I would like to meet that guy. I would really like to meet him if I ever had the chance. Well, I was in India so much, I did have the chance. So I figured out where he was and how to get there. It was from Bombay. It was an overnight train ride, the Madras Mail. And then in the morning, you get to this really small station, Akkalkot, and it was like 20 miles out of town. And then you don't know what to do, you see. So you get out, but there's only one reason that any white person ever came to Akkalkot, because it was the middle of nowhere. And so everyone knew where I was going, and no one spoke English, but they all told me, you sit here, and then when the right bus came, you get on. And then when the station came, everyone's looking at me. So I knew to get off. And there was Shree. So, yeah. And it was great because, you know, I'd only been in Baba's ashrams. And in Baba's ashrams, everything was scheduled. And things weren't left up to chance. You were told what to do. There was a certain time to do seva, certain time to, everything was scheduled. And here I went the first time to an Indian ashram. And, you know, it's like their attitude is, look, you came halfway around the world. I'm sure you know why you're here. And I'm sure you'll take care of that. So no one told you anything. And they just treated you with respect, really. And I really appreciated that. And Shree was like incredible. You see, he was just a bundle of love. The best description I heard of Shree is that when you came to him in darshan, you bow down and he greeted you as if he had waited his entire life for that moment. And that's how he lived every moment. So it was an extraordinary thing to see really what I'm talking about. He wasn't talking about it, but just to see it in action, in actuality, how it actually expresses. You see, so this sense of, I talk about this sense of witnessing, of presence, of being. You see, there was so much of that in Shree. It was so strong. It was like there was so much love and so much presence in every moment. It was beyond description, really. But you could feel it. You could feel it. You could feel it going on. And so I got to spend some time there. It was great because I had been with Ramesh for months, listening to him talk and talk and talk, talk and talk and talk. I got to be there in Shree's ashram, and no one said a word. No one spoke English anyway, so it didn't matter. There was like hardly anyone, or just a little few pieces here and there. And it was just enough to get something for breakfast, you know. They tried to help us out because we were Westerners, where I was. One time there was another German there, and usually it was just myself. Mm-hmm. But it was great. It was great, and it was perfect because, like, the sponge was full. And when I was with Shree, I had a chance just to rest and let it all absorb. So then I could come back to Ramesh fresh and ready for more yap, yap, yap. It's funny, you see. Ramesh always said, the teaching is passed in silence. There was a lot of talking going on. But he was right, Of course he was right. Because the truth of what is can't be put into words. But it can be felt in the presence of your guru. It can be felt. It can be felt and it can be known. But it cannot be possessed.